Good afternoon, everybody. Try again in a minute when it's not peeing it down the rain. Good afternoon, welcome back to the channel. We've had some pretty serious showers here this afternoon, and that are pretty much almost every time I've tried to record this bit of the introduction, it's absolutely, the clouds have just opened, and as you can see here with this roof, no insulation, it chimes like a bell, but it makes a heck of a noise. So welcome back to the channel. This week's jobs, the original job was to remove the speed sensor and gear linkage away from the gearbox and the gearbox end cap to get everything a degrease, a clean and a coat of paint. Obviously the weather's stopping me from doing it. I can't do it in here because I've got obviously lots of stuff. I don't have overspray over any of my gear, so that's out of the question today. So what I'll do to start the video is we'll connect this up and see if it powers up. I thought I had a couple of spare speakers, can't seem to find them, so I can't test for audio, but what I can do is power it up with this cable, have the battery next to the car, and try and connect it to the cables, the speakers in the car, and see whether we get anything out from it. But the first things first, let's see if it powers up. So I'm just going to change the camera angle, and we'll see how it goes. So see you in a bit. Right then, first things first, let's cut the heat shrink from this, spread it out enough so I can get the positive and negative on there. I haven't got any clips or anything to put it onto the to hold it onto the battery posts or terminals, so what I think I'll do is strip enough insulation out to wrap it around and get some tape around it. What I'm going to do on the other end is to get it into the line and the negative terminal is make a couple of these smaller female connectors, so get one on each, so hopefully they're going to get a bit close actually. But what I'll do is, so I don't short anything out, I'm going to put some insulation tape around one of them, push it down, and then the other one should be safe, so they shouldn't touch. So we'll see how that goes. So bit of a fishing line there. So yeah, what we're going to do is put you on a time lapse, put it on a time lapse even, and then we'll get into the car and see what we can get. So I know the connectors in the car are standard ISO, so we should get connections to the cable speakers in the car. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. So I'll catch you in a minute. Right, welcome back. Now that the rain has decided to to bugger off. It's time to just give this a bit of a clean. And this is just bringing up a little bit of paint because just earlier I just tested the silver paint on it, so just a little bit damp, but it's all good. So I've had a change of mind on the cap. I'm not going to paint it black. I'm going to just paint it silver like I did last time. Just keep it going with that, really. I've taken the gear linkage out, the crank sensor. I've masked the oil refill slash breather point, and I've removed the reverse switch out. So it's pretty close to being ready for a coat of paint, actually. So I'm just gonna rotate it, have a look inside. It's dry, it's just dust, really. I'm not going to paint anything in here. I'll be greasing things up though. It's a bit shitty, but it's not too bad. The seals, well, they've done around about less than 2,000 miles, to be honest, so they'll be okay. The same is for this seal, is pretty new as well, so it's all good. So yeah, we're pretty close. I'm just going to get rid of this because I don't want any greases anywhere when I decide when I get to painting it. New pair of gloves on, and shouldn't be too bad. Okay, I'm just going to give it a quick blow over because it's pretty clean anyway. It's just a little bit shitey after, you know, doing a couple of thousand miles ish. So just give it a nice once over, freshen it up really, more than a complete proper paint job. So the stuff I'm using to paint it is Simonit's BHT Silver. It's an aluminium paint basically, which is what I used last time. It delivered pretty decent results. It's quite tough paint as well. It's not easily ruined. It sticks onto a lot of stuff. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be using. Just going to give this bit of a gearbox a blast. Brake and clutch cleaner, brake parts cleaner. Just give it a quick blast over, really. Like I say, it's not too bad. It's pretty clean. It just wants a fresh up. So shouldn't be too bad. I'm just gonna tip the gearbox this end, this way. Get rid of the crap. Give this a blast this side. Do the same here. Perfect, just enough to finish the job. Happy days. I'll just give that a little bit of a helping hand to dry out, but pretty good actually. Just a bit of a wipe. Happy days. I think we're good now, actually, to give it a coat of paint. Excellent. Right, I'm going to take it outside. Not quite sure what I'm going to put it on yet, and give it a coat of paint. I think I'm going to put it on the garden waste bin. I'll put a blanket over it or something, and put it on its face and give it a coat of paint. So I'll catch up with you in a bit. happy days. Gearbox all painted up nicely. Apologies for the LED light flicker. Hold this still for a minute. Looks pretty good, as you've just seen. I put the breather, the crank sensor and reverse light switch in, and also the gear linkage in. So I was going to paint this black, but at the minute I'm going to leave it because it's going to get handled around quite a lot and scratched. So I've just coated it with the VHT silver paint. I'll take it off and blast it down as it's looking a bit shitty underneath. I thought it was better than it was, so I'll get that done, and I will paint it black. I was going to paint the clutch arm. It seems I haven't got any black gloss black paint in here, so I'll get some tomorrow on the way home from work. I'm not sure what that was, but anyway, I'll get some tomorrow on the way home from work. Ready to do the arm and the housing on the gearbox. So I'll leave it there for now. I'll catch up with you in a bit. So welcome back. Like I said in the last episode, I'm going to give the lower cam case, or outer cam case, and the top outer cam case clean. What I have noticed is that the bolts, the special bolts here, are coated in rust. So these are shaped, they're almost shaped like pulleys, and the reason that they're shaped that way is so that it can receive the outer camera cover. So as you can see, it slides in there. Pretty cool idea, really clever, but covered in crud. And I'll put them in this plastic tub in there, and I am going to evaporust them. So as you can see, I've used this stuff before, so just gonna put them in that, and I'll leave them there for a day or so. I'll check up on them again tomorrow. So I'm just gonna rattle them around for now. I'll leave them in there, and that should clean up the rust again on those. So I'll put those out of the way there. Pulley on this, obviously, as you can imagine, because it's been stood here quite a while, is also a little bit cruddy. I've given it a wire brush, so that should clean up when the auxiliary belt or the fan belt starts to move around in there again. So that should be good. So that's the evaporust put back in on the shelf along with the other bits. Like I said before, I'm not going to put the paddle clutch back on or the helix paddle pressure plate on. I'm going to go and put an LUK unit in there. It was an absolute nightmare driving it in traffic, stop start traffic. On the main open roads, fine, no issues, great stuff. But I've no desire to go back and having a clutch that makes my calf twice the size each time I drive it. So just going to give these a clean, and that's it for today until I can get the paint for the fork or the lever and the end cap or the housing, whatever you call it. So be on time motion. I'll see you in a bit. Welcome back, everybody. Been cracking on with it. Painted the gearbox. End cap has been all stripped and repainted a nice gloss black. It was kind of mostly this silver stuff last time. It just stuck to it. The same as this was obviously black, but a satin black. It was pretty hard to give it a wipe when crud and crap ended up resting on the top of it. So it's gloss black this time. Tipped the gearbox over. Didn't realise there was that much oil left in the diff case sump. But never mind, it's all been wiped mainly. I'll just let it soak a little bit and absorb into the timber a little bit, and I'll give it another wipe. So screwed that up a little bit, to be honest. But the alternator I've sorted that out. That's had a nice coat of paint in the middle bit. The fan, the pulley, it's all been tidied up. The starter, it's had the lick of paint as well. And the bolts, for the cam timing, the cam cover, as you can see, you remember how cruddy they were. They've come up literally back in the metal colour. All the rust came away. I left some soaking into the evaporust, which you can see there, which is really highly recommended stuff. Oops, just adjust the camera. Really highly recommended. Really good. You can see how dark it was. It's like kind of apple juice coloured when I poured it in. You can see now it's black. And I can reuse that again, actually, because it's reusable. So what I'll do is I'll put that back in the container and use it again at some point for other things. So I've just cleaned the bolts out for the starter, for the alternator adjuster. I'm giving this a quick coat of satin black. It's near enough, good enough for that. Giving this a coat of paint, so they're ready to go back on. I'll loosely fit them on the alternator, so they're done and dusted. But yeah, it's quite a few bits have been done over the last few days since well, last week actually, because there's a week today since when I posted the other video. So that's that bit of it done. Right, so battery died and announced all of a sudden, which is a problem I found with the GoPro. They just die, these batteries. But anyway, what I was about to say as I was walking towards the car, so I decided to get the BMX out of the way, the mongoose out of the way, is that before the engine's going to go back in, and it'll be the next episode, is that I'm going to re-go around the earthing points, and basically, obviously I created my own ones in here, decided to show them here, but anyway, I'll show you another time. But I created, I took the multi-blocks out and I created and packed in my own earthing points, so I'm going to clean them all back down to metal. One of the things that I struggled a little bit, got it sorted eventually, but were the relays for the fans, the cooling fans, where sometimes I thought the engine's getting a bit warm, so I'd tap or move the wires in the box here, and then the fans would kick in, because of course I've got the twin fan cowling for this, which helps quite a lot. Once they both kick in, it cools it down really pretty quickly. So that's on the to-do list. So that's the next job, and then it really is I didn't want to do it too early, because this garage can get pretty damp at times with the roof and stuff. I didn't want to do it too early, so I'm going to do it just before the engine goes back in. So yeah, all the bits looking nice and tidy, nice and shiny, ready to go back. So that's it for this episode. As ever, thanks for your support. Thanks for if you're new to this channel, thanks for subscribing. There'll be plenty more content coming from now until Christmas, that's for sure. And thanks for everybody who's been there pretty much from the start for the continued support. So I'll catch you on the next episode. Stay safe, everybody. Look after yourselves. Catch you soon.